What is the state of the affiliate marketing industry in 2026? To answer that question and more, I'll be having a conversation with a true powerhouse, someone whose success includes leading one of the largest affiliate networks for over 12 years, taking the TED Talk stage, speaking at numerous affiliate marketing conferences around the world, and author of a top-tier industry book. Hello, and welcome to the wonderful world of affiliate marketing. I am your host, Nigel Williams, and today I'm joined by a colleague who truly needs no introduction in the performance marketing space. As CEO of MaxWeb, Anka Gita has steered one of the industry's most successful shifts. She's the author of Affiliate Insider and has delivered a TED Talk and somehow still finds the time to maintain an incredible social media presence. Anka, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited and honored to be here. I am ready. You can throw the best questions at me, and I promise to deliver.
All right, good stuff. So right now, we're halfway through 2026. What do you feel is the state of the affiliate marketing industry in 2026 going into 2027?
So last year, as we were going into summer, I feel like everyone was a bit more relaxed. I think the main stressors were probably the many changes with policies with Google and Meta and all the big platforms. However, I have seen a lot of breakthroughs when it comes to traffic the last couple of months. So there's a lot of anxiety mainstream as to, oh my gosh, what's the next thing, what I should be focusing on. But I've seen a lot of wins. So that gives me a lot of confidence that the remaining of the year is going to be really good for our friends.
Awesome. So where do you see some of those breakthroughs happening? Is it with particular traffic sources, or what do you see?
Yeah, specific traffic sources. I think a lot of our affiliate friends have been focusing on Meta, which is obviously still beautiful and strong, but YouTube specifically has been the biggest powerhouse I've seen like this year. So I'm seeing more and more, even like the VSLs that were harder to get approved because YouTube is under Google, so the policies are stricter. I've seen a lot of the stuff getting approved. Google has a better relationship with marketers in our space, so I think that's the biggest way in if you're deciding on a new traffic source.
Yeah, I was talking with a couple of Google reps last year who were stating that they're specifically had a mandate to grow the Nutra space with Google. So it seems completely in line what you're telling me now, that you're seeing more VSLs getting approved with that platform.
100%, yeah.
So for affiliates who are media buyers, in your opinion, can they continue to be like agnostic and promote whatever they want, just because it's making them money? Or do you think that, going forward, they're going to have to work closer with brands in order to protect their margins?
Both. I know the diplomatic response would be that, you have to really believe in what you're selling and you want to run the stuff that's meaningful to you. But honestly, I've seen many media buyers who focus on offers that convert. So basically my answer is whatever works with your intuition as a media buyer. For some media buyers, works better to just focus on brands, stuff that they believe in, to work really closely with a specific brand to gauge new audiences and whatnot. But for many other media buyers, they care more about having stuff that converts. They're very pragmatic. Not that they don't care about the product, but their focus is on data, on testing, on ads. So you cannot have the same playing field for everyone. And my advice is always to listen to your intuition, what you're comfortable with, because a good media buyer has results, and those results can only come if you listen to your intuition.
Yeah, I agree with what you're seeing. From what I see with my own people that I work with, is that you have some of the affiliates who are sticking to certain things. So if they're very good with Meta traffic, as an example, and very good promoting VSLs, then they're going to stick with that. But they might jump around between diet, between blood work, the memory, that type of thing. But it's going to be, okay, first I'm doing it with Google or Meta, let's say. I'm going to do VSLs. Now, what within these VSLs, which VSLs, because they understand this flow. So they're going to stick to what they know, but just jump around a little bit, maybe from offer to offer within a particular category, like diet,
Hmm.
and jump around inside the memory, testing them all out. Sometimes we'll get an offer will get burnt out with the audience that they have, so they'll switch it for a different one. It's the same vertical, but just a different offer. And they're always looking to get the best performance, the best ROI that they can. And then you'll have, and the VSL space, as far as I see it, is not very brand focused. Versus having an e-com product where you're putting a lot of effort into this and you want to grow out this brand over a long period of time. You want it to stay forever, basically. So that's, I think, two different mentalities of how different affiliates and media buyers would take it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So tell me this, from your vantage point, running with MaxWeb, writing Affiliate Insider, what's the single biggest structural shift you've seen so far in the last 24 months that most people are underestimating? What do you see?
Well, we've seen two huge shifts in our space in the last year. You've probably seen a lot of the really aggressive funnels, a lot of the deep fakes and the really black hat funnels who have been predominant in the space starting maybe a year ago. But that really created the other end of the spectrum with extremely clean e-com, almost like vanilla lenders, which of course they still have VSLs, but they are way cleaner because a lot of the product owners realized you can't play in the middle anymore. So aggressive marketing was always like fine and the standard on our industry, but everyone played by a specific set of rules. Well, those rules were kind of like eliminated a year ago when those really aggressive tactics started, which created this new ecosystem where the middle, it's really hard to play in. So you either have extremely aggressive offers with really strong claims and even like AI generated content and celebrities, or you have very clean vanilla stuff that for sure you're going to be able to get approved on Meta and YouTube. So that was the biggest shift, because for years everyone was playing in the middle where you can have very aggressive stuff and with specific techniques like cloaking or stuff that it was frowned upon, but everyone kind of found a way to play within those lines. I don't see that middle anymore. Or if it's still present, it's not as thick as it used to be.
So you just mentioned AI. Now is the perfect time to get into that. It has touched every corner of digital marketing. So where do you see AI genuinely transforming affiliate marketing? And where do you think the hype is outpacing the reality?
Honestly, if you are not using AI in your business, it's already June of 2026. My advice is to either hire someone or get to work, because we're way past the time where we're just having conversations about AI. You actually have to use it every day. So I was at the Google offices for a speech last month, and that was my main advice. Like, let's stop talking about it. I mean, I'm an academic. I'm a nerd. I love to read, to talk about things, to write a thesis about an idea. But with AI, you actually have to start using it. So yes, the future is here. I see the biggest impact that's having in our space is on video ad creation. Mm-hmm. So put things into perspective, like a really good media buyer, I always like to have a media buyer and like a video editor. That's always like a good combo. And then for every like good product or brand, you have a media buyer who has this great ideas. He works closely with a video editor. Sometimes some super affiliates have the set of skills, but rarely. So it would take a few days to create like a good ad, even like a 70-second ad for YouTube. Like it would take a bit to like add the slides, have an angle, whatnot. But now with tools like KAI, for example, that's like I don't have an affiliate link or any stake in recommending this. I've noticed it's one of those tools that a lot of media buyers use right now. You can create like really decent ads with a couple of prompts. So 24 hours, it's like 24 hours is the maximum for a project to be assigned from creation idea to having a new ad that you can actually set live within 24 hours. So that's the biggest impact. I mean, if your media buyers are not using AI or video editors are not using AI, it's really a matter of you're probably losing money because you're paying for extra time that can be generated on bringing you profits. And I don't know, the hype is probably into optimizing things because as someone who, I'm a type A, even before running and exiting MaxWeb, I always run big companies and sure, but productivity tools are as good as the person using them. So have all the organizational tools in the world. If you don't have team members that are actually very organized themselves, it's going to be really hard to make it work. So you can force everyone to use Notion or Claude and to, have good workflows for your teams. But if you're not a good leader to actually give them SOPs on how to do it, it's not going to work. So I've noticed a lot of people talk a lot about organization where, it takes them just as long to get back to a simple email or a simple chat. So that's where I feel like the hype is not where it should be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, just because you can get into a Ferrari car, you know how to drive fast, doesn't mean that you're going to post the best lap times, on the course. It's a whole other thing. One thing to have the tool, it's another to be a master at the tool. That's a completely different story. And, this reminds me, I remember you and I had a conversation maybe a couple of years ago where you were telling me about the cost of getting a VSL made. And I think you said it was somewhere around $40,000, $50,000 to get a VSL made.
Correct.
Now, just a week ago, I was with a good friend of mine, Valerio, and he's like, "Hey, Nigel, let me show you something." And he does this one post, one command line, let's say. I don't know what tool he's using. It was Claude or something. I don't know what agent, whatever it was. And then 1 minute, I seen this whole VSL come out, everything done. I was like, what the hell is going on? This is crazy. That's like a complete game changer.
I agree. The costs are not exponentially diminished, but they are even in investing in having, let's say, a public spokesperson or an actual actor, you're still going to be probably at 80% less than it used to be.
Easily. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there. There's a lot of hype there as well when it comes to AI.
Yep, 100%.
So we got TikTok Shop and creative commerce these days. Social native buying have blurred the line between content creator and affiliate. Do you see that as an opportunity for traditional affiliate networks or an existential threat to the model that we've known and used for years?
Definitely not a threat. If anything, there are many wonderful agencies out there that I've noticed they do a wonderful job adding influencer to their mix, which was not very common in our space. For some reason, affiliate marketing was always very exponentially different from influencers. But I don't know if you guys heard about Strand Media Co. It's this really cool agency. It's out of California. Anyway, wonderful people. The owner, Steven, is a dear friend. And they actually, besides doing email and a lot of native traffic sources that are known in our space, they have an influencer department. So they learn how to integrate that when they, for the offering for direct response products. And it works beautifully. Now, the stuff that works really well is podcast readings and just, doing probably a video podcast, not user-generated content in the natural sense, how it would work for YouTube, but it's still very valuable. So I don't think it's a threat. AI agents, that's going to be a threat for our industry because they are really, really good AI influencer already out there. And it's really hard because when you work with actual influencers, it's a lot of you send them a product, they forget to do the read, they didn't sleep well on the plane, so they're not going to send you the video that you asked for. So long story short, with actual influencers, you have a lot of missed opportunities, but with the AI agents, it's going to be easier. So I think just with everything in our space, it's a matter of learning how to integrate things within your business, but nothing should be a threat. Everything should be viewed as an opportunity to learn and to grow.
And you know what? You have my sentiment as well. Everything has to be used as an opportunity, because nothing is sitting still. One of the things I like is I see these AI generated channels. There's one that stands out. I think it's called the Wealthy Rabbi, where, is, guys, obviously AI generated. Everybody can tell, but the actual content, the info is good. And, so he's blown up like crazy on TikTok. And, in the end, they're just going out and selling this ebook on finance or something like that. But there's no reason why affiliates can't be using a model like that to be generating traffic and, sending them to, I don't know, maybe a specific offer or an arbitrage page on whatever topic they want to cover. I mean, that's like an obvious play in my book, and I'd like to see more of that happening. I'm pretty sure it is happening. I don't know about it in the affiliate marketing space so much, but it's got to be happening because it's a logical thing to do.
I agree, 100%.
Now, speaking about social media, you are very intentional about what you put on social media. And what does that tell us about affiliates and network owners? Should they need to think about their own personal brand and leverage social media as a competitive advantage right now?
Oh my gosh, I cannot overly emphasize how important this is. I mean, and I'm talking to someone with an academic pedigree, a nerd, someone who has went to school, and I just assume that I have a business background, not a marketing one. So I thought, running a business, running a network, if you're fantastic at what you do, that's all it takes. And I was wrong. And the first time my team pushed me to do content, to try to do speeches, I really did not like it. I mean, to the day when I have to do a speech, I love it because I genuinely love people, which makes it easier. But I don't really like to be in front of people. I mean, my favorite thing to do is read. Like, I have a book around me at all hours of the day. So I don't necessarily like to do that, like having to go, or parties. I don't know if you know this about me. I really don't like parties, which I know
Come
because
to think of it, I don't remember seeing you at any of the parties or affiliate events.
what I do, so like if the party is after like 9 p.m., I'll take like 10 pictures and then I'm going to go rest. Like, it's never been so, but it's because of how the world is nowadays. You have to be very intentional about having a personal brand, being a thought leader in the space. Why? Because there's so much BS out there. It's really hard for people to know who to trust. And the decision of putting my family on social media, being super transparent about what I do and my past, and that created not just vulnerability, but people know they can trust me. I mean, our affiliates have never worried when they work with MaxWeb, and MaxWeb is still in great shape. It's going to always be a beautiful business card for me. I mean, the CEO now is Andra, who has been my right hand and my dear friend for years. So they're going to be in great shape. But what I'm trying to say is that people work with people they trust. So when I was running the network, I got to 40,000 affiliates, and we did that by me being very intentional about being the face of the brand. People could trust that they're going to get their payment. Even if product owners didn't pay us, I made sure we always pay our affiliates. And that's just, you have to do it in 2026 because you have competition. You have good networks, quality tech software out there. So the differentiator is many times trusting the brand, and that comes hand in hand with trusting the leader. So I cannot tell you how important that is. So even if you don't like it, just, grow up and do it. You can find things that you enjoy, right? So I enjoy podcasts and doing more content at home. So I try to do that. And, when I travel, I try to schedule more lunches and dinners if I don't necessarily enjoy the parties. And that works. Just find something that works, for you specifically, but it's very, very important.
So you mentioned something before that made me kind of laugh inside. It's like, yeah, you said that you really didn't want to do anything and talk and get on the stage or whatever. And then fast forward, you end up giving a TED talk, you end up on a TED stage, one of the most revered and respected stages of like all times. Like, how did that happen?
That's right, Nigel, because people like to hear from people who are genuine, and I don't edit my stuff. I, still have an accent even after, all this time in the US. I'm pretty honest about things being difficult or, being difficult to raise a family when you have a job. So as the fact that I was open with everything that I went through, this helped. So it's, at the end of the day, it's not about being perfect. It's just showing up and being consistent.
So now bringing us to your book, Affiliate Insider. You wrote that at a particular moment in the industry's maturity. Now, if you're going to write it again today, or if you're going to add some chapters today based on what you know since you published that book, what would they be?
Oh my gosh. I mean, at this point, I'm sure I'm going to write another book at one point, probably diving deeper into like the many traffic sources that affiliates can try. But I would add a few chapters as to people that get started. I would make a few more chapters about that because when I got started, I just thought so many big companies have it figured out. Like I saw, when I got started, all these like great companies that I looked up to, and I just assumed they have everything figured out. And, now I know they don't. They are struggling. They are struggling just as much as, the neighbor next door. And it's really tough for everyone. And especially if you don't have a business background and you just like marketing, it's brutal out there. So I would tell people to be patient, to not compare to what they think it's doing well, and to just like actually have genuine conversation with people. Because, when you're having dinner with friends, they will tell you what works and what doesn't. So that's the biggest thing, when the veil it's put to the side, you see how things really are, which I don't think I fully grasped when I wrote the book. That is not as easy, and the grass is not as greener for other companies. Like we're doing really well, and everyone should be more proud of what they were able to achieve. I mean, a lot of our friends are like always thinking about, what's the next idea, but they're already some of like the smartest people I know. So my advice would be like, just enjoy it. You're fantastic and so smart.
I love that advice. So tell me, if you're going to start an affiliate operation from scratch today, given everything you know, is there anything that you would do completely different from the conventional playbook?
Probably not, because the way that I've done things have made me a lot of money and has brought me a lot of financial stability. So I wouldn't like to change that, but I would definitely focus more on the tech aspect of affiliate marketing. So if I would change something slightly, it would be like investing in like a really good CTO right away, or at least like a good tech person, because that would have saved me a lot of headache over, optimizing things in the years that came after. So that would be the main change.
All right, good stuff. Now, I want to ask you about where you are now. You are at a new company there called Scalers. As I understand it, it operates a no retainer, performance first model, and you are the CPO.
Yes.
First of all, you're gonna have to explain to me, what is a CPO? I haven't even heard of this before.
Big problem, so I like to call them. So when you get to work with really big companies out there, it can be Google, Facebook, Scalers, companies that have the financial stability to actually make huge changes in our space. You need every great mind to focus on their own neck of the woods, right? So you have the chief financial officer, the chief economics officer, the chief operation officer, and then you have the chief partnership officer. So that's my role, making sure we work with the best brands, from your Mindvalley to Golden Hippo, to people that are just really, really good at what they do. So my job is to have those conversations, keep people happy, make sure media buyers have the best brands out there. So honestly, it's a really fun job, and it makes me really proud to be able to choose where a lot of the money in our space is like redirecting to. So yeah, that's what I do now. And the Scalers, a lot of people don't know this. The founders are behind the Affiliate Takeover Conference, which
yes, they are
a conference that we're very proud of. So it's a lot of fun projects like that.
I love it. So Scalers, the operation, no retainer, performance first model. How do you think this philosophy and the products and the frameworks you're building, how do you think it's a model for the industry in general? And should more people try to adopt the model that Scalers is doing?
It's a tough model unless you have financial stability. So it really depends. I mean, as an agency, we can afford to cover the cost of traffic, but that means we're going to be incredibly picky with the type of products that we work with, because testing a new offer, it's expensive. It's really expensive. we run Google, Meta, so it can get really expensive fast. As other agencies out there, I think they prefer to have a retainer, maybe a percentage of spend, and that's fine also. It really depends. As someone with a business background, my advice is always to be honest with what you can afford. There are some brands out there who probably couldn't afford to give someone like Scalers a good CPA, so it would probably not be a good fit, right? But that's okay, because then it leaves room to work with the brands that they can afford just like a really strong CPA, especially when, if you think about it, this is what super affiliates do also. That's why it's a model I'm comfortable with, because affiliates don't ask for retainers either. They just ask for a good CPA and they spend their own money making things work. So I believe in this because it kind of tells me, okay, you as the product owner created a really cool brand. Now, it's our chance to prove that we can run the traffic, and it can be a real partnership. So I believe in the model because I think of us as a super affiliate who is the best at running traffic. So in that sense, I don't like when agencies ask for a ridiculous amount of money to run anything, and that's pretty common, unfortunately.
It is. And I believe there's an educational component to your platform as well, to Scalers. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. It's very private. It's called Circle. So it's this community of, it's not just courses, because Alex our founder and my good friend, he doesn't like that idea of like having people pay for just courses. Even though honestly he has like really, really good ideas, but it's kind of like a community. So you have this like back office where you log in and you have like not just courses, but you can interact with other members, and then you have events, like really cool events. We're gonna have one in Ibiza at the end of July. So it's really cool stuff, and it's pretty private. I think most people that are going to listen to the podcast don't even know about Circle, but that's good. That's intentional, right? It's I kind of like it, almost like a secret society type of thing.
I love it. The affiliate marketing secret society. So as I understand Scalers now, okay, you're a brand growth partner, you're a media buying operation, and you have an educational platform. Did I miss anything?
You mentioned the conference, right?
Well, I don't know if ATI is considered part of Scaler or...
No, it's separate. But the educational program Circle, that's separate also. So we just focus on the media buying at Scalers.
Okay, cool. Because, I was going to ask, is like, okay, you got like three major models here. Is like, how do you keep all of that, from pulling you in different directions? Like, how do you go in one direction with all three?
Well, that's because we have smart people that's why I'm a chief partnership officer and I'm not just the CEO, because it's hard to do operations for so many big things. So we have brilliant people that focus on their like superpowers, and that makes it easier to stay really aligned to the vision of what we're trying to achieve.
Nice. And speaking of affiliate takeover, that's a live event for affiliates and media buyers. How does having a physical event fit into their product vision? Is it a community, pipeline research, or something entirely else? Like, how does that fit in?
Definitely the community. I mean, you don't make a lot of money from running a conference, contrary to popular belief. You can. If you accept anyone who wants to spend money or anyone who wants to sponsor, sure. But Affiliate Takeover is very intentional about only working with white hat brands. So that keeps the sponsorships, like we say no to a lot of people. So it's obviously not something profitable. So it's definitely about community, about bringing people together, making sure we work with people that we respect. There are so many horror stories in our space with people that haven't paid their bills, with affiliates that got scammed. So it's a great, community to not gossip, but to like stay informed, know, what are the good traffic sources, what are the good networks, what are the good people that you want to work with. So it's definitely community-based and community-focused.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm always a big fan of anything in our affiliate marketing community that looks to help the community, because we always had to help ourselves. There's no school for affiliate marketing. I can't go to my local college, university, and say, oh yeah, I want to go and learn something about affiliate marketing. No, you could take a marketing course and you'll probably learn something that's 4 to 8 years older than what we're actually doing now in affiliate marketing. So yeah, we have to, we've always been about, helping ourselves as a community. So I always feel that these shows are extremely important.
That's such a good point on the actual not having schools and courses for it. That's spot on. Yep.
Well, Anka, this has been such a great conversation. Generally, one of these episodes I think people are going to come back to. How can people get a hold of you?
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess since they're listening to your podcast, they're already friends, so they can add me on Instagram. So Anka-AN. That's it. And if you're watching this, I will follow you back. So you can do that.
Awesome. So is Instagram your primary platform?
Well, no, it's probably email, but Instagram is for friends. So when I do a podcast with a friend, I do include the listeners as part of my community. So then I like to offer the private access. So if they have questions, I try to make time and answer to as many as I can.
You're so amazing. Anka, thank you so much for being so open and generous with your insights today. It's always truly amazing. Always, every time I get to talk to you, see you, even if I'm not even talking to you, I get to see you and the way you present yourself and interact with other people. I'm always like, yeah, that's a good vibe, man. That's the kind of people I identify with. They're so cool.
I'm very good about matching people's energy, and you probably get what you put in, and you're so kind and knowledgeable and such a good person. You get what you sow. It's the way of the world.
Well, I love that. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much. I loved being here and I appreciated all the questions. And to all of your followers, feel free to add me on Instagram. And I will try to get to all your questions this week when we're setting the podcast live.
Awesome. And to everyone listening, if this episode got you thinking, please do us a favor and share it with someone else in the industry. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because the YouTube algorithm tends to prioritize more recent entertainment-based content. And here we're giving you the real deal. We're giving you real information, and you might not see our new videos when we upload, even if you are a regular viewer. The more we talk where affiliate marketing is heading, the better position we all are for to grow with it. So if you have any questions on the affiliate marketing topic, please go to wwam.life, ask your question, and we will reply at the end of an upcoming episode. As always, stay curious and stay focused.